Hey there again. I know it has been forever since I posted a video, and I'm sorry for that. I had every intention of doing this on a regular basis, I mean, at least weekly, but life comes at us hard sometimes, and that didn't happen. So I'm going to try and get back on track with my intention for that in the new year, and I'm going to kind of go through my current holdings and review a few things. Again, and kind of give you a feel for how the AIM, the Automatic Investment Management System by Robert Licello, works in reality, and just give you a feel for what's going on with this. We're going to start with ACAD, Acadia Pharmaceuticals. So here, 1712 was my entry point back on 22 September, and the dots that you see here correspond to the upper price channel indicators for 2, which is white, 13, which is cyan, 28, which are the yellow ones here, and then 52 period upper price channels. And I use those basically for stops, for buy stops. So in this case, I entered at 1712. And by the time price got up here in November, it had gone up enough that we sell. So looking back at ACAD here, so I sold 5 out of my 117 shares at 2003. So again, with AIM, as price goes up, you sell. Again, on the kind of basis of buy low, sell high. And this continued. Now, these ones here that you see on 6 December at 2203 and 2423, let's pop down to the hourly scale. Okay, sorry for that. Extended trading hours. Back here now. I apologize, these aren't set on the right day. It's just something with TradingView. But these actually took place here in this time frame. So I just wanted to show you this, that after hours, having your cells set for good till cancel, extended hours trading is an awesome idea, because after hours trading, people just drive the price ridiculously high sometimes, and you can nab some really good sells then. So again, as you see on the daily chart, on 6 December, when these two sells occurred, the trading period was only this candle here, but extended hours, price went ridiculously high, and I had sells here. So anyway, then there was another sell here on 2665 on the 20th of December, and price dropped since then. Oh wait, forgot that. So there was another sell again on 21 December, which you see has this huge red candle during the regular trading hours, but I got a pre-market sell way up here. So again, whenever you're programming your sells for AIM, make sure you have good till canceled and extended hours marked for your trades. Now, if price went up to 32.24, that's when I'd make the next sell. But price has dropped down here, but it has not dropped enough to generate a buy order. So you can see here, so I have, let's see, 77 shares left, and I'm currently at 42.1% profit loss, and that's assuming 24.20 if it hit this stop. But of course, again, this price, 24.20, is not low enough to generate a buy order or market order here. Okay, so let's go on and see what else we have here. Let's see. Okay, error test systems. Again, this is kind of a nice story so far, because again, I entered at 1161, sold on the way up, peaking at 2645, which is my last sell. And these are green because we're making cash here. Now, okay, so then we follow the white 2-day buy stops down. Okay, so that triggered a buy at 1854, and then the cyan ones came down here for the 13-day and triggered another stop at 1768. Now, for those who would say, well, why didn't you buy down here? My strategy is not to try and catch falling knives and nick the bottom or nick the top. It's to get the meat of the move, and also to have a very simple system. So I just track these down in the system on the spreadsheet. Let's go to error. Okay, so you can see the entry up here at 1161. All these buys, or I'm sorry, sells as the price goes up. And then we get down here to where we buy. So that was almost a 30% drop or a 30% discount for that buy order on the 30th here at 1854. And then after that, I just followed this down. And basically what I do, I'm sure somebody could come up with a better method, is I just keep plugging the price of the stop in here. And if it's enough to generate a buy over here, then I plug in, however many number of shares it says to buy and go from there. So, but in error, you can see that we are already back up to sell territory again, selling shares at 24. So at this point, let's see what the actual price is here. The actual close there was 24.18. So let's enter that in here to tell us what our current profit and loss is. So right now we are at 93.5% profit with 104 shares. Okay. All right, so let's see what's next. Okay, so Big Five Sporting Goods. This is a stock that I'd wanted to get into for quite a while, and again procrastinated, and I finally was like, I'm just going to get into it. So I entered at 25.17 over here, had some sells, selling some shares to cash that I then used to buy, sell on the way up here, and then ooh boy, nice discount down here. So let's look at the chart for that one. Okay, so at 1832, down here, whenever I made this buy, I was still ahead by 5%. Okay, that was the profit loss at that point. But I added 74 shares. So think about this now. I started with 95. Okay, you can see up at the top here. I started with 95, sold some, bought more, sold, bought, sold a bunch, and bought a bunch. And if it goes down, I'll buy more. But if it gets up to 27.50, where I'll start selling again, that'll be a profit of 60%. And I'll only be selling 5 shares right there. But again, I started with 95 and I have 144 shares now. And, I'm still ahead. And again, this is the kind of stock that AIM does really well with, because every time it moves through one of these cycles up and down, it amplifies. It basically just starts multiplying your money. So this is the kind of great kind of stock to have for CAR, for Avis Budget Group. But anyway, I entered down here at around 99, sold all the way up, then bought. Okay, these two positions, and then I'm tracking down here. I actually have to move this down. So it's gonna. I use these for markers, just as visual cues for where things are, and as reminders to make sure my buy and sell orders are in. But anyway, so 234.71. Let's look at that one. So CAR. Okay, so even having fallen this far, all right, at that buy stop at 234.71, it's still 126% profit. I'll be getting back to nine shares, so I'll be starting with this next cycle with about half the number of shares that I initially held and over 100% profit. Okay, let's look at NVAX, because that's kind of go in here, and I'm actually going to turn off the 52-day indicator. Okay. So for NVAX, I entered here at 221.28. Again, not the best entry position in the world. Added down here at 140, sold at 205, 240, 276, added at 170, added at 147, then sold again a couple of times, and now I'm tracking the 2-day stop down here, and I'll actually move this down to 159. I haven't updated all these yet. So if price should pop up and take out that stop, I would buy there. If not, I'll just continue to track it as price goes down. Now, looking at this chart right now, I'm wagering the price is going to drop back down to around 119 or so, somewhere in this range, because it kind of broke through that short-term trend line. But for me, that's good, because that means bigger discount. Now let's look at NVAX, and that's something too. So again, if you have a good stock it's volatile, but you know it's gonna drop, but it's gonna rebound. The company's unlikely to crash out. While everybody else is panicking, oh my God, price is going down. You're like, yes, discount's coming. So let's look at 159. Let's plug that in here. Okay. So again, we started up here at 221.28 with 10 shares. All right. Now, again, this is a great example of a volatile stock that worked great with AIM. If I'd known about AIM years ago and just put probably a couple thousand or whatever just in NVAX, I wouldn't be having to work today. Just with this one stock, because it's been so volatile over the years. So anyway, so again, it dropped. We had a big drop, 36% drop here. Then it rebounded, sell, a couple buys, more selling. So I started with 10 shares originally, right? That was my entry, 10 shares. Right now, with the last sell at 235, so that was up here. Okay, I actually had had a little problem with the orders, so I wound up selling 2 shares at a little bit different prices. But anyway, so now I have 15 shares right now, and at 159, if it takes out that stop, that's still 5% profit. But look, I've got 50% more shares than I started with, and I'm still ahead, right? So let's say I take that. Let's just say the price, took that out. Okay, so we bought 4 shares there, and then let's see where our next sell order is. But anyway, at 219, okay, if we make this next buy at 159, okay, and the price goes up to the next sell point at 219, at that point, once I make that sell, that would leave me with 18 shares, right? 19 minus 1 is 18, and 56% profit. All the while, I will have twice as many shares as I started with. Okay, see how this works? So anyway, that's what I'm going to leave you with. If you have any questions or you have any charts that you want me to look at or anything like that, please, let me know, and I will try to get back to you. I'm sorry I haven't been very good at that. And I will try to do better. That's one of my resolutions for the new year, because I think this system will work for a lot of people. It's very simple, very elegant, and that's it. Everybody stay safe out there, please, and have a good new year.